Hello, and welcome to the Dynamic Man Experience, a podcast dedicated to men who want to become the 10.0 version of themselves through mastering the three key relationships of mindset, money, and the many people in their lives, creating long lasting, deep connections and trusted bonds for real appreciation and understanding. Relationship record number 5: approval addiction. Stop auditioning for love and start leading with self respect. Look, if you've ever caught yourself performing for approval like it's a Saturday night karaoke, this one's for you, because it's no good at auditioning for love, man. You gotta lead with self respect. Today, we're hunting down relationship record number 5: approval addiction. Because, yeah, it's killer. It looks friendly on the surface, but underneath, bleeds you through. It really does. Look, I'm Neil Murphy, men's relationship expert, and I know what it's like to be constantly wondering if people are watching you. You might think it's showing off, but it's a result of criticism. Critical people are being around you. That's why I'm here now, helping men get out of their own way, building a powerful sense of inner command and becoming the 10.0 better version of themselves in love, life, and yes, money. And look, I'm Irish, so it's going to be a bit cheeky. It's going to be a splash of irony going on, but I'm not going to be doing any hand holding. I'm just going to show you that it is possible. But you could consider this to be a psychological cold plunge. So let's take the drop. Beautiful day. Here's my promise. In about 20 minutes, you'll have a clear, simple plan to switch from constantly seeking approval to always signaling dynamic self respect. That's what we're all about here at the Dynamic Man. So you'll walk away with scripts, micro habits, and one weekly challenge that could very well change your energy fast if you follow it. It's not theory, man. It's moves, real moves. So but we've got to name the wrecker and define the enemy. Got to define it. Approval addiction is the compulsion to be liked so badly that you trade your standards for scraps. Scraps of attention, of hope, and maybe even the odd lucky shag. And it sounds like, look, I don't want to cause a fuss. If I just do a bit more, then they'll have to appreciate me. I'll wait another 10 minutes. Maybe they're just busy. Translation: you bend, you overgive, you ghost your own needs. Then you wonder why any shred of respect absolutely evaporates. Spoiler alert, people value what you value. If you don't value your time, neither will anyone else. Here's a quick scan for you. Okay. Do any of these have a sting in the tail? You make the simplest boundary sound confusing and boring. You chase clarity from people who enjoy being vague. I know this one only too well because there's no one better at being vague than the Irish. It's like our deepest undercover national pastime. Maybe your texts looking and sound like AI is actually ghosting you as well. Or perhaps you even keep the back door unlocked long after it should have been shut tight at night. Some kind of desperate hope you might get a visitor. Man, can't be giving up hope. How was that? Good scan? Bad scan? Straight up. If you felt that, you've just been called out. So yes, it is good. And you're awake now, aren't you? Okay, let's bust some myths. Myths. Let's bust some falsehoods. Falsehood number one. I'm just a nice guy. Niceness without standards is not kindness, it's self-abandonment. Falsehood number two. Approval creates closeness. Approval creates dependence. Mutual respect creates closeness. Falsehood number three. If I stop people pleasing, I lose everyone. You lose your consumers, but you'll gain your people, your tribe. Here's a story about Marty. High functioning, generous, funny. He gave unmatched effort to women who gave him unmatched anxiety. He said yes to everything and called it love. So when we started working together, I asked for one change. Just one. Stop explaining your boundaries. Show them. The first week he set one line. I'm in bed by 11. Call me before then. I'd love to chat. She called at 12:08. He didn't answer and he didn't have to lecture. He didn't have to write an essay explaining himself. The next day, when she texted, she apologized for the late call and wondered what was the better time for him. She adjusted because his line was real. 2 months later, they were dating with ease. Marty was at ease. Same man, new signal. He didn't become colder, he became clearer. So, how do you do this without turning into a monk who never texts back? Enter my 5 aces strategy. It's the perfect antidote to approval addiction because it rebuilds your inner command in the exact order your brain needs it. Think about that. Here's my 5 aces framework. 5 aces are acceptance, awareness, articulation, attitude, and action. Think of them as a sequence because sequence equals success. You accept reality, you see your patterns, you speak your standards, you carry the right energy, and you execute simple moves. It's as simple as that. Yeah, that's 5 aces. You do have it. You do have it within you. Do this, and your signal will change. People will feel it, and they will respond. Ace number one, acceptance. Tell the truth first. Acceptance is not giving up. It's stopping the performance. You are not for everyone. Remember that. Everyone is not for you. And so what? Who cares? Goal is not to be universally liked. Is it even possible? Look, the goal is to be unmistakably yourself so your people can find you. You become the attraction. You become the attractive person. The micro move is the truth line. Tonight, write one honest sentence that you've been avoiding. What could that be? Um, some examples, maybe. I want examples are I want consistent effort, not do it in bursts. Day for partnership, not situationship. I would never reschedule twice. Then say it out loud. Feel the pinch, feel the flinch. That flinch is the edge. Meet it. Do it. And here's your mantra for that one. Fake auditioning. I'm aligning. Ace number 2, awareness. Catch your tells. Read the cues. Approval addiction hides in your tells. Mine used to be over explaining, even though my aunt would clip my ear for even thinking like that. Maybe it's replying to text too fast or hedging your language. You could be looking for answers you already know, pathetically hoping they say what you want. And what is that? What is that? No, man. Sometimes our standards are just way too low. That changes here today because nothing less than a high standard is going to transform your life faster than an Irishman at the last call. Try this exercise. Approval tells the bingo edition for the next 40 hours. Watch for these. You instantly reply to a bland text message. Offer. Cheap sorry for things that needed no apology. You bore someone with your little boundary and you fill silences with the most inane chatter. That is the worst. Saying it's fine when you really mean you're just going to put up with it because it's easier. But every time you catch yourself in the act, get a pen and paper, then write it down. Declare it to the world. Declare it. Awareness kills the autopilot, and that's no harm. He's been tricking you all these years with his fake parachute. Try this tool, trigger tracking. When your intensity spikes, don't label it anger. Call it an energy surge. Breathe, name the trigger, name the need, then choose the move. That's inner command. Try this mantra. I notice, I name, I choose. And then, ace number 3, articulation. Having some standards in plain English and having a bit of clarity. Because if you don't say it, they can't respect it. If you come out like you're about to start a TED talk, who's going to listen to that? Not without boundaries, not without clarity. So keep it simple. Here's some boundary scripts. Time. I'm free Tuesday or Thursday after 6. Pick one. Consistency. I'm into steady effort, not hot and cold. That works for you. Cool. Pace. I like it. I like a slow build. Let's keep it simple and honest. Last minute plans. Same day doesn't work for me. Let's plan the next one now. Or the silence move. If they cross the line, don't debate. Remove your energy. That's a big one. Boundary is the consequence, not the lecture. Here's a mantra for you. Fewer words, firmer lines. Ace number 4, attitude. Detached warmth. This is where most men wobble. You try to set boundaries, but your energy still begs, it's still needy. We fix that with detached warmth. Warm to the person, detached from the outcome. Signals of detached warmth are your voice drops and slows. You hold eye contact without searching. Your smile disappears, then disappears. There's no performance. Or your texts are short and friendly. There's no fishing. No, we don't do that. We keep it simple, direct, so they get the message loud and clear. No messing around. And we live by the two text rule. You get two unanswered texts before you stop. If people don't want, if people are not excited by hearing from you, it kind of gets boring. There's no reply after two texts. The next move is no move. Your energy goes elsewhere, somewhere a bit more exciting, less boring. No drama, no guilt. You're just looking for a bit more excitement in everything that you do. You can also use the pause protocol. You feel the anxious urge to pursue. Take pause for 60 seconds. Cool down. Cool your jets. And ask yourself, what would the 10.0 version of me do here? That's right. Not the needy one, the dynamic man. What would you do here? Then do that. Just do that. The man you want to be is already telling you what to do. So just listen. It's as simple as that. Good mantra here is I care deeply and I carry lightly, which takes us into fifth is action, the minimum viable boundary. Because talk is cheap and action sets your price. So here's your 7-day challenge. Day one, write your fruit line. Be honest. Day two, identify your top two approval tells. Read the cues. Trust your gut, your intuition. Day three, choose one boundary script and use it once. You know, you don't have to repeat yourself. You just stand strong. Day four, you run the two text rule and you stick to it. You know, this is where it starts, guys. This is where it starts, man. For you. Day five, say no to a low value invite without an excuse. Nah, that doesn't work for me. Full stop. Full stop. Don't even think twice about it. Walk away. Day six, it's time to reward yourself. Go for a nice coffee, take a walk on a beach, something that says, well done, me, me, no one else, no one else, me. Do that for yourself. Treat yourself right. Day seven, review. Review how your week has been. What changed in how people respond? 7 days goes fast. It really does. It's good to keep a self-respect ledger. Each night, journal, use one line, write one line. Right. I respected myself when I did this or I said that, or people watch, people see, people respond. Then watch how quickly the journal grows, and watch how quickly your neediness shrinks. Then you can use this mantra. I act fast. I act clean. So, you know, maybe you're wondering if you're going to lose people. Yeah, I would say expect that. The wrong ones. You know, sometimes you have to fire friends, but you'll meet new ones. You always meet new people at the higher level. It's not as if you're going to come across as cold. You're just being more firmer, well grounded. And, you know, warmth is actually more powerful when it comes with ages, but you're now like becoming a lot edgier. You can put your foot down, you can confront people and say, no, very cool. It doesn't matter if they get upset. They can handle clarity. People can handle clarity. And if they can't, that's just feedback. Look, and you will slip. You will kick your own ass. You will have second thoughts, but you'll forgive yourself and you'll reset yourself. This is your time, it really is your time to start improving yourself, proving who you are. You don't have to depend on anyone else for your approval. It's a habit, just like self respect. Proven is a habit, just like self respect. You don't need to be harder, tougher, colder. You just need to be more clear. Stop explaining your boundary. Be your boundary with a warm heart and a strong spine. That's the signal. You've got a backbone, man. You know, just stick with it. You're a powerful man. You've just got to believe it. It's all inside, man. It's all inside. Just say this with me out loud. I like steady effort. I like steady effort. I am enough. I'm not rushing this. No, sorry. I'm not rushing this. Look, I got to say this once. I'm not going to explain it twice. Don't need to repeat that one. And, here's another one. I'm not auditioning. I'm aligning. Synchronizing. Synchronicity. Synchronizing my relationship with myself, with people, and with money. Notice how your body feels when you speak like a man who means it. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, man, that feeling is your compass. Hey, don't fuck with me. That's your North Star. Here's how to use today's episode as a magnet for better relationships and a better self. Start the day with your truth line. Story yourself forward. Write a 3-sentence version of the man I'm becoming. Read it before dates and tough conversations. Offer to yourself the one non negotiable boundary every week. What is that? What's your non negotiable this week? And look, share your 7-day results with me. Tell me what shifted. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're really ready to install this for real, join me for a pathway call, 15 minutes to map your highest leverage, the highest leverage boundary, the exact words you use this week. If you want a detached, warm text back, message me pathway and I'll happily send it on. So look, man, approval is a cheap high, but respect is a long burn. Go for the long burn. This is your time. This is the best time ever to be a man. So you don't have to audition anymore. You just have to align. Alignment, synchronicity. That's so fucking attractive, man. It's sexy. So sexy. And more importantly, it's peaceful. That, my friend, is power. That is real power. So there you go. Prove, proven addiction, relationship record number 5. Now you know how to deal with it. This hits home. Please share it with a friend who's tired of it. Because this is a movement. This is a movement, and we have to get the message out there. It's the best time ever to be a man. I'll see you next time. Warm heart, big backbone. Let's get on it.
Call it what you want. But as guys, there's an exciting challenge to being a man these days. And it doesn't take that much to really stand out. And look, you are not as far away from where you want to be, as you might think. Not when you can look at it from a different angle and get a better appreciation for the experience that has got you this far. You could call it a psychological cold plunge. It's time to freshen things up. Being a dynamic man. That is the challenge today.